It's the blink and drums. You're going to need some way to kind of get there and in the action. Luckily, he has someone like Darkseer and Storm Spirit to hold them there for the set.
The better heroes to deal with it because he has some sort of a healing tool, so he can tank that Ion Shell, and then as long as he has his Blood Rage on to secure those creep kills, he's got something. Skywrath Mage going down here. Do most of his HP. He's got no regen, and now Tiny relegated to the well as he limps back to regen up to try and possibly complete some drums here. He's got the beginnings of a bracer, but they just don't have that same level of intimidation factor. I mean, just look how fast Lizard dies here. Illidan just laying into him. Charge from Phobos. Will come in, gives him the Lantern to finish him off. Now Storm zipping around. All of a sudden, he's out of mana. Illidan's still alive. A little more to finish him off, but they don't quite have it. Now Milan isolated in the team fight. Mitch will be able to chase him down. Wall not going to be needed, but does end the mega kill streak. Phobos now kind of left behind here. He does have FNG nearby, but Tiny tosses Grizzine in. Mitch has a surge available, could try to chase someone down. Gogi gets clipped by the blast there from Coddle, caught by the ensnare, and that'll set it up for a Blood Right to secure the kill. They also get the Earthshaker off to the side. Now it's just Mitch left alive. Little Ishkafel on the run. They're low on mana, but there's an ensnare from downtown. That'll keep him dead in his tracks, and it secures yet another kill for VP. FNG with a triple kill on the keeper.
Because FNG got all those kills early on, he's going to be on Axe pretty damn early, and, well, they're going to make a go. Yules into an easy Blood Right, and now he tries to make a run finisher there, but look who kind of comes in. Illidan drops off the nuke damage, and a Mystic Flare gets the finish on the Mitch, but he might be in trouble here. Nolan makes a jump in, gets his own kill. They're going to throw the Rupture onto Lizard, so he'll happily step back, but now they're going to be committed going to G, and Virtus.pro lose 2 for exchange of the pointy-headed one.
That was ambitious. Perhaps, and a pretty good pickup here. We'll hold that thought, though, as G could be in some trouble. Out comes the Fisher to lock him in place. Can't quite get around it there. Oh, no, he's stuck in. Turns, tries to fight, but it won't be enough. Meanwhile, on the other side, they bring down the Tiny.
Bread and butter of an item, Radiance. So the farm is going to continue to go up pretty damn fast. Boots thereafter. Maybe we'll see the Octarine Core Naga. Who knows?
I mean, I think almost assuredly here. I mean, VP really have a massive lead right now in terms of net worth and XP. We'll see Lizard initiated on by Phobos. Fisher to try and break it up, but not enough to keep him alive. There's your dunk from the Earthshaker. It gets VP low, but can they actually clean up these kills? Illidan in the middle drops the Mystic Flare. Will stay alive for now, but will get brought down. They've already had to trade their Earthshaker. It's a 1-for-2 so far as Virtus.pro are trying to back out and reset a little bit here. G caught inside of a Yules. That opens up for Phobo to charge across, but Bloodseeker falls to the Tiny combo. The toss avalanche was there. A 2-for-2 now as the rest of VP head for the hills. Naga Siren nowhere to be found. She's farming away in the jungle. Phobos vacuumed back. He will have a charge available, but the Electric Vortex locks him in place long enough to get the kill, and it ends as a favorable exchange for the Dire. A 2-for-3 as FNG looks to make
from getting a MKB or anything of that sort. So G should be able to get in there with his BKB. Same goes for Spirit Breaker and get in their face. Now Stun Toss is going to miss, so he sidesteps out. Yule's Blood right thereafter. Comes a little late, so he might be able to walk out. No, he won't. Gets caught with the silence. Rupture is there, and here comes Phobos. Doesn't matter. G gets the kill pretty much at his solo, but here comes a big echo from Grizzine. They get the cleanup on the G. Will be his Aegis pop. They follow it up thereafter with the Phobos takedown. But here comes Lil. Sets up a song and the rest of company. And, well, they missed time to blast out with the song finishing, but still we'll see Milan jumping in, looking to go for Illidan from behind. Meanwhile, they finish off the Earthshaker. Wall gets dropped. Illidan could go down. Will go down. Double kill for your Storm Spirit. FNG rolls up the Illuminate, but not going to be huge damage as they try to dive fast behind enemy line. G separates from the group, so FNG is going to be at his lone. A nice bump actually forces Milan back. He has no more mana, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is going to be able to clear out and take down the old man.
Maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They've still got very aggressive wards down, so they are ready to try to find pickoffs in this Dire jungle and then push on that edge. Oh, up top, you see Lizard trying to do a little bit of counter warding perhaps. Will get initiated on. Phobos with the BKB will not get interrupted in his charge, but Illidan could get left behind. Big vacuum across. BKB's popped aplenty. And let's see what they can clean up here. A 1-for-1 as they trade Skywrath for Earthshaker. It's now Phobos on the run. Milan going blow for blow, but Milan actually out of mana here. This mana leak making his life a lot more difficult. FNG almost living, but will get chased down by the Darkseer as he blinks forward. Meanwhile, on the other side, G just kind of playing with this mid lane. Won't be able to find anything else. Naga.
Yeah. Octarine, I would imagine, could be the grab for Lil as well. Gotta remember, more illusions more often, more rip types. Song is on a little bit more often. I believe the illusions do get the Radiance Leech burn as well, making them even more potent and strong. And we're getting Crimson mid lane here. Yep, Mystic Flow gonna get dropped. They get the pick onto your Earthshaker. He gets taken out. He's out for 40 seconds. And okay, look at that follow-up. Here comes Millen, trying to get the pick on the Storm. Illidan, he's his number in all these fights. Always goes right for him. And now he gets the kill. But G, BKB charges on forward, wants Mitch. Mitch is going to be going down, illuminating the charging coming from Phobos. Now puts the sight on the Millen, gets another strike, but the jump back, he's going to be good. Gogi in the meanwhile trying to make it go for Lil and FNG, but the ensnare is going to lock him in place. 3 have already been claimed on the side for mYi, and now it's going to be Virtus.pro going down mid lane. Bull running forward, they get Gogi locked in place. Ensnare, he has nowhere to run. He is down.
Yep, good fight here for Virtus.pro. They will keep their cuddle alive. Buyback now used by the Tiny to make sure the high ground doesn't get sieged. But Gogi, he'll get charged here. Song of the Siren as well. Avalanche will interrupt DK Phobos in the charge. Meanwhile, on the other side, Milan will pick off the Bloodseeker, who was jungling nearby. It was a nice suicide from the Storm Spirit. He's got a lot of Bloodstone charges, so he comes back almost instantly. He's now got 4,500 gold after ending that streak on the Bloodseeker for 4 figures. Now Phobos in the mid, chased down by Gogi. He will charge, hit him under the tower. Mana League coming in as well. This Tiny going in very deep here, Dakota, and he's going to get punished. Naga Siren on her way in, traps him in an ensnare. And yep, there you go. Phobos will come in with a bash to the face, compliments of that Nether Strike, and that is actually a dieback for the Tiny.
And at this point, Virtus.pro know they don't have to worry about the Tony, and they'll just move into this mid lane here.
No glyph either.
Yep, they do have wall, but that might be all they got. And if Virtus.pro can play well around it, they could be in trouble here.
All right, I like the way Deep here doing this. Very slow and steady, waiting for somebody to hop in, and it's Mitch. He gets hexed up, brought down by the Mystic Flare. Illidan with the catch as VP do the fake back after pressuring the tier 3 tower rather. Nice kill there, and even as Tiny comes up, you mentioned the wall is one big tool. The Dark Seer still has it, but will be stuck in the grave. This time does have a buyback, but a finite resource they probably don't want to clear out. Tier 3 tower in the mid goes down. Instantly, ward comes down. The creeps are pushing in both the side lanes.
Their unobstructed high ground vision from FNG.
Not for much longer here.
But here we go. Yeah, daytime is actually comes down almost at that moment. Echo Slam 4, big damage on the G. Pops his BKB thereafter. Okay, gets bumped out of the Mystic Flare, but Milan locked in place. He's done for. Huge blast to fly on out. But Phobos looking to man mode onto Gogi, and Gogi, this bit of what we saw before, could be locked in place. Bump back right now, trying to run, but the Mana Leak not going to let him get far. Blast out. Oh, nice Glimmer Cape save. Could be good here, but Phobos, no. Won't let him get away.
And on the other side, Lizard trying to make it out of the base. Lil will chase him down. Mana Leak once more, locking him in place. And this is a disastrous fight for mYi, and it's looking like the beginning of the end as Virtus.pro tighten the noose. Dire Courier even gets killed in the fray, as now the tier 3 up top taking heavy pressure. The final glyph comes out, and now Barracks will be sieged. Ranged in the mid, melee will fall shortly after. The last few buybacks being used here, most namely the Visage, vacuum, wall in the mid lane. D will go down. Buyback though from the Bloodseeker comes out straight away. Song of the Siren to break things up. Lil will just TP home. He makes it out, but now the reinitiation. Blood fight connects on a few. Milan being one of them will be able to use that Yule Scepter. Lizard off to the side getting bashed by DK Phobos, but he force stabs to the high grounder. Was a weird jump to the high ground, but he still made it. That's what's important. Milan will TP out. G will finish off the bird after making it back into the base. Now Grizine trying to defend with what little he can. But we'll get 4 back. Now another buyback. This time from Illidan. 2 buybacks on the Radiant side used here. Looks like they want to get into this game sooner rather than later. Both the Dark Seer as well as the Skywrath Mage with buybacks on cooldown.
FNG able to get Illidan right back into the fight, and he wants to go for Millen, but he's going at it alone here. He is dead.
That's a dieback.
What are you? I thought we were past these days. He just kind of.
One of the illusions is a Guardian Greaves recipe. That's weird. Vitality booster, though. So just going for raw stats here. It looks like the Octarine core coming out next. So this is the stage.
And an Octarine.
Yeah, this is the stage where Naga is just going to take over. I mean, you can have illusions out. Basically 100% uptime here, and your life becomes difficult if you're up against this.
Look how hard they are to kill. So goddamn durable. Uh-oh, mid lane. Gogi. How'd you get up there?
He got blinding light, and that is not where he wants to be. FNG, though, maybe in a little bit deep. Blasts him. Now Lil with the Song of the Siren to reset the fight. Will just TP home, or wants to, but the birds will interrupt it. Gogi gets slashed on by a charge. That'll knock him to the low ground despite being ensnared. Dire team still in trouble, though. Milan, as well as the Earthshaker in the grave. Milan will buy back, comes zipping in, wants to save the Dark Seer. Mitch getting low. He will not live. Nor will Illidan, though. He gets picked off again. No buyback. He'll be stuck in the grave for 70 seconds as Lil limps back to safety. But this Dire base just getting picked apart by illusions.
No, it's G. She's running around like, yeah, you guys keep fighting. I got this Rex bottom. I'm going to go mid, get that Rex. I'm going to come back bottom, get this Rex.
And that's it. GG is called, man. You know, you don't think of Bloodseeker as a great rat hero, but you mentioned it in game number 1 when he pops that Blood Rage after he has a fair bit of farm. The damage he does is absurd, and he can cut through those structures so quickly.
So, not as hopeful for MYI as it was in the first game. Virtus.pro just kind of playing pretty damn aggressive, but because of that early game potential where they got those early picks, you saw FNG able to throw together an Agnum's pretty damn fast.